Hello there, I'm Akaze, the project maestro. Yes, should you rent cheaper or more expensive property? I'm sure you will say, of course, cheaper property, but hold on. Here's where I'm going on this. Now, suppose you have two options. Suppose you want to rent a property for a specific purpose, and then you have two options. Now, the first option is a property, or the first option was, or is a property with a cheaper rate or at a cheaper price, but it requires a lot of renovation. It requires quite a lot of renovation for you to bring that property to the standard, the standard that befits the purpose for which you want to lease the property. And the property owner has told you, look, you are the one solely responsible for any additional renovation. The property owner told you, look, I'm not going to spend any dime on bringing this property or upgrading this property as is. You are renting as is. If you want to renovate, you want to improve it, then you do it at your own cost. Now you have that first option. Then the second option is a property that uh, does not need renovation, but the rental value or the rental price or the price at which is being put up for lease or for rent is much higher than the first option. Much higher, maybe let's say 30 to 50% higher, but it requires no renovation. It is just perfect. It just fits the purpose for which you want to lease that property. So, which would you go for? The answer may seem very clear, but you see, I've noticed over the years, with the experience that I have over the years, I've noticed that it's not always easy. The answer to this question is not always easy. It's not always straightforward. Because sometimes some situations might just warrant it. Now, where am I going? For me, the second option is the best for the long term. But sometimes some tenants or people who want to rent property, they may not have enough funds. I remember there was a church. There was a church that was trying to look for a venue, a new church, in a new area and in a new area. They were trying to look for a venue for their church services. Now, they found a lot of property, but a lot of property they found available was much more than their budget, much more than their budget. A lot of those properties did not have any need for any renovation or any upgrade or anything like that. They were just perfect. But you see, the issue of budget. But they found some that needed a lot of repairs. Needed a lot of repairs. Maybe they were within their budget, or maybe just slightly higher than budget, but needed so much more repairs. But eventually, they could not get the property that was just fit for their purpose. Not because of any other thing, but because of what of because of the funds available. So, what is my? I mean, why did I decide to do this video? I just decided to do this video to let us know, or to let you know, that it is important for you to, I mean, it is always better to lease or to rent a property that is just fit for your purpose, that requires little or no renovation cost, than renting a property or leasing a property that requires you to spend so much money and what time on what renovation and repairs. It is much better what to rent a property that has a higher rental price, but little or no renovation, and that which what requires was so much renovation. If you decide to go for the one that has a lower rental price but has so much renovation, it is just like being penny wise what and pound foolish. So, friends, I want to encourage you: be wise, be wise, and take the right steps when next you want to rent a property. So, till my next video, I wish you success as you hunt for properties and as you rent and lease them. Stay blessed.